All right, Davis, your thoughts on the Raiders offense this year?
Well, there was this kind of perplexing report this morning that Ruggs is going to play in the slot, which would mean that Bryan Edwards is going to be playing over Hunter Renfrow, which I did not view as certainly the most likely outcome for.
Well, some people thought that Renfrow might be leading the team in catches this year, just as a possession receiver.
Yeah, and I gotta say that if Renfrow is in fact not a part of their base offense, and it is it's Ruggs and Edwards, that makes me more bullish on Darren Waller.
Yeah, Darren Waller and Evan Ingram are my most drafted tight ends this year. People just forget about what Waller did last year. It seems like he's basically.
I don't like Waller at all, really.
Why? He's basically a wide receiver.
Because if you just go look at his splits with Renfrow on and off, he basically became Jason Witten once Renfrow started playing.
So with Renfrow out, though, you like him again?
Well, that would make me reevaluate my position for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
So you have the offensive coordinator saying that. So.
Well, he didn't say Renfrow to the bench. He said we envision Ruggs starting in the slot. He didn't say anything about Hunter Renfrow. He just said we think. That doesn't mean that Renfrow can't play as well.
Do you know who's another target that is available late from Las Vegas?
Edwards?
No.
You guys Carrier?
Although you guys made fun of me for the Edwards pick in our
this is going back to the fake Superflex draft.
Yeah. Edwards was a beast at South Carolina, but no, it's not him. It's Tyrell Williams. You can get for free in any best ball draft.
Yeah,
like
but why
16th,
though?
17th round.
Yeah, I mean,
as a big play guy, the Gazelle.
I don't think that's what he is though.
I don't mind him in best ball, Dave.
Thank you. Not a guy you would roster, in a managed team.
Well, that is the thing. This whole offense it's predicated on how they use Ruggs, right? Like if that slot thing is true, that has a domino effect. If they're using him outside, that has a different domino effect. If they are viewing him as a lid lifter versus, a possession wide receiver and trying to feed him in all areas, that has a domino effect on it. So it really comes down to how integral you think Ruggs is going to be in the offense and where.
And people that have been living under a rock during college football season and combine season, Ruggs is a very fast man. 4.27. So if they try to get this man the ball in space, try to do a little bit of a Tyreek.
Really good takes here from Kitchen.
2.0. I'm drafting Ruggs in a lot of teams too.
Do you like Ruggs more? Do you like Ruggs more than Chenault?
Yes.
Damn, bro.
I've got like maybe one or two Chenaults. I've got a lot of Ruggs.
That's what's hard for me is there's so many of these Wookiee wide receivers that I like that I'm just now trying to balance it. Early on I was drafting a ton of Chenault and Ayuk. Last night we grabbed a CeeDee Lamb share. The only rookie wide receiver haven't been grabbing at all is Judy. But I do think Ruggs should be there with Rager, where you're taking stabs on him in the 9th and 10th.
Yeah.
Wait, have people?
Rager's stock is going up. Ruggs is kind of staying where it is.
Rager just went at 804 in our draft last night.
That was a compromised room, though.
It's true.
Are people cooling off on the Denver situation? Is that what's happening?
I think the combination of it being perceived as a very crowded, too many mouths to feed depth chart and people's just absolute distaste for Drew Lock is suppressing his ADP.
Yeah,
I feel like that was like the hot take like 2 months ago. It was like Denver.
I actually still feel like they're going to throw the ball a ton, but that the main beneficiaries are the guys who were already there. I don't feel like Hamler and Judy are going to walk into 100+ targets. I think that we're just going to see Fant and Sutton Fant and Sutton already had these relatively non-volatile target profiles where like they were getting like Fant was getting between 4 and 6, Sutton was getting in between 6 and 10, and then you kind of just add 15% to those numbers with some extra throws, going the way of the new guys basically.
And that's why it's so easy to do some of these Broncos and, like Pete said, Dolphins and Chargers. It's so easy to get these stacks. I guess Jets too, because of how far people have these quarterbacks down their list, and some just are drafting 2 quarterbacks, and so it's going to leave these guys open at the end. Davis, you're talking about like bad quarterbacks. Like, can you roster bad quarterbacks, or are you talking about Drew Lock?
I don't mind Drew Lock in these best ball championships. I think, the team that won the $1 million on draft last year was a Ryan Fitzpatrick, Devontae Parker stack. So clearly there are ways that can work out. I think this year specifically, though, what I kind of like is I kind of like getting one of Mahomes, Lamar, Dak, Kyler, Deshaun, or Russell Wilson with, one of their corresponding wide receivers, and then one of Jimmy Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, or Joe Burrow with one of their corresponding wide receivers. I like those combinations of ceiling and price a lot.
Pete, where are you on the bad quarterbacks? Because you can wait really late now for some of these guys.
Yeah, I like doing the kind of polarized version. Like I did a underdog draft where I took Mahomes early for a stack, and then I took I think it was Garoppolo late as my QB2. But I do this year in particular, in all formats, I've been putting a priority on getting one of those upside quarterbacks that Davis listed through the Russ Wilson / we can maybe include Josh Allen there as well. And then going cheap and kind of avoiding that mid-tier is kind of what I've been doing. So yeah, I think you need the ceiling from those quarterbacks. And if they add that rushing upside, because this year we're not going to get the Mahomes and Lamar from the mid round. Like that guy just doesn't exist, but Kyler and Watson and Russ could have that.
Well, there is one guy to me.
Mariota.
I think there to me is exactly one, quote unquote late round quarterback who has the ability to blow the ceiling off. We'll say 1.5 with Cam, right? Because I think there are a lot of obstacles to Cam getting in the way. One, New England just playing this really gross ball control offense. 2, his health. But the guy that can go Josh Allen on us is Daniel Jones, where he plays that hair on fire style, throws 20 interceptions, fumbles the ball 15 times, but accounts for like 42 total touchdowns and has a bunch of 410 passing yard games because the Giants suck so bad and they're always going to be playing from behind.
But he's going in front of, Aaron Rodgers in a lot of these
Aaron Rodgers is undraftable unless you take Devontae Adams.